You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
25 African Americans earned the Medal of Honor during the American Civil War, including 7 sailors of the Union Navy, 15 soldiers of the United States Colored Troops, and 3 soldiers of other Army units. 14 African American men earned the medal for actions in the Battle of Chaffin's Farm, where a division of U.S. colored troops saw a heavy action. Another 4 men, all sailors, earned their medals at the Battle of Mobile Bay. William Harvey Carney was the first African American to perform an action in which a Medal of Honor was awarded, but Robert Blake was the first to actually receive the medal. Blake's was issued in 1864. Carney did not receive his until 1900. Of the 3,470 Medals of Honor awardees, as of June 2015, 90 have been awarded the 89 different African American recipients. Robert Augustus Sweeney is one of the 19 men, and the only African American to have been awarded the 2 Medals of Honors. Aaron Anderson, born in 1811, was a Navy landsmith on the USS Wyandink in Mattock Creek, Virginia, March 17, 1865. Participated with the boat crew in the clearing of Mattock Creek, Landsmith Anderson carried out his duties courageously in the face of a devastating fire, which cut away half the oars, pierced the launch in many places, and cut the barrel off a musket being fired at the enemy. Powhatan Betty, born October 8, 1837, was an Army First Sergeant in the 5th U.S. Colored Infantry, Battle of Chaffin's Farm, in Virginia, September the 29th, 1864. Robert Blake was a Navy sailor on the USS Marblehead in 1861, Stone River, Johns Island, South Carolina, December the 25th, 1863. In an engagement with the enemy on Johns Island, serving the rifle gun, Blake, an escaped slave, carried out his duties throughout the engagement, which resulted in the enemy's abandonment of position, leaving a caisson and 1 gun behind. William Harvey Carney, born February 29, 1840, was an Army sergeant in the 54th Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry Battle of Fort Wagner, Morris Island, South Carolina, July 18, 1863. He grasped the flag, led the way to the parapet, and planted the colors thereon. When the troops fell back, he brought off the flag, under a fierce fire in which he was twice severely wounded. Christian Fleetwood, born July 21, 1840, was an Army sergeant in the 4th U.S. Colored Infantry Battle of Chaffin's Farm, Virginia, September the 29th, 1864. He seized the colors after 2 color barriers had been shot down and bore them nobly through the fight. James Daniel Gardner, born September the 16th, 1839, was an Army private of the 36th United States Colored Infantry Regiment at the Battle of Chaffin's Farm in Virginia, September the 29th, 1864. He rushed in advance of his brigade, shot a rebel officer who was on the parapet rallying his men, and then ran him through with a bayonet. James H. Harrison, born 1829, was an Army sergeant of the 38th U.S. Colored Infantry at the Battle of Chaffin's Farm in Virginia, September the 29th, 1864, in a gallantry in the assault. Thomas R. Hawkins, born 1840, was an Army private of the 6th U.S. Colored Infantry Battle of Deep Bottom, Virginia, July 21st, 1864. Rescue of regimental colors. Milton M. Holland, born August 1st, 1844, was an Army Sergeant Major of the 5th U.S. Colored Infantry, Battle of Chaffin's Farm in Virginia, September the 29th, 1864. He took command of Company C after all the officers had been killed or wounded, and gallantly led it. Alexander Kelly, born April the 7th, 1840, was an Army First Sergeant of the 6th U.S. Colored Infantry, Battle of Chaffin's Farm in Virginia, September the 29th, 1864. Gallantly seized the colors which had fallen near the enemy lines of abatis, raised them and rallied the men at a time of confusion and in a place of greatest danger. John Henry Lawson, born June 16, 1837, was a Navy landsman on the USS Hartford, Battle of Mobile Bay in Alabama, August 5, 1864. Although wounded in the leg and thrown violently against the side of the ship when an enemy shell killed or wounded the six-man crew, as the shell whipped on the berth deck, Lawson, upon regaining his composure, promptly returned to his station, and although urged to go below for treatment, he steadfastly continued his duties. James Mifflin, born in 1839, was a Navy engineer cook. In the USS Brooklyn, 1859 Battle of the Mobile Bay, Alabama, in August 5, 1864. He remained steadfast at his post and performed his duties in the Powder Division throughout the furious action, which resulted in the surrender of the prized rebel ram Tennessee, and in the damaging and destruction of batteries at Fort Morgan. Joachim Pease, born 1842, was a Navy seaman on the USS Kearsarge in Cherbourg, France, on June 19, 1864. Acting as a loader on the No. 2 gun during his bitter engagement, Pease exhibited marked coolness and good conduct, and was highly recommended by the divisional officers for gallantry under fire. Robert Penn, born March 1, 1843, was an Army First Sergeant in the 5th U.S. Colored Infantry Battle of Chaffin's Farm, Virginia, September the 29th, 1864. Took command of his company after all the officers had been killed or wounded, and gallantry led it into battle. Andrew Jackson Smith, September the 3rd, 1843, was an Army corporal in the 55th Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry at the Battle of Honey Hill, South Carolina, on November the 30th, 1864, saving his regimental colors after the color bearer was killed during a bloody charge during the Battle of Honey Hill, South Carolina. Despite your courageous acts go unmentioned, we who have benefited from your sacrifice salute you.